Okay, what's going on, you guys? Eric and Greg. Eric, nice to meet you. Um, Making a quick little video here, and sorry for the setup. I don't have a place here in this apartment where I can just put this up on the wall, so I just keep it tucked away and pull it out when I need it. So, making this quick little video here because if you guys are going to sign up to become coaches, right? And we're gonna all partner up and build this together. I feel it's only right that you know what your possibilities are, what your choices are when it comes to this business, because placement does make a huge difference in what can happen, how much money you can make, when you can make this money, who's gonna help you make this money, etc. So one thing that I always told coaches that I signed up after they signed up and put them through trainings was to always treat this as if it was a real brick and mortar $100,000 a year earning, income producing business. To treat it like anything else, not just like, hey, I paid $39 to sign up if you just paid the coach fee, or if you bought your Shakeology, $100 plus the coach sign-up fee, or if you even bought a challenge pack because maybe Eric, you might already be, obviously you're already familiar with Beachbody. Maybe you want a new workout program and you know that the best way to get it cheaper is through a challenge pack. So now that you'd be signing up as a coach, if you wanted to get a challenge pack, it might save you a few bucks on a workout program you've been wanting. So however you decide to sign up, I don't want you to treat it as, okay, I only paid 30 bucks for this, or 100 bucks for this, or 140 bucks for this, so it's not really that important to me. No, I want you to treat it like, I spent $39.99 to sign up as a coach. I need to take this serious. This business is gonna make me $100,000 a year. Or I paid $140 for this challenge pack, or $160 or $180 for this challenge pack. I need to take this serious. This is an investment that I'm making into myself, and I need to take it serious. So, however you sign up, take it serious, because at the end of the day, this business can make you a lot of money. It made me a lot of money. It still makes me a lot of money. And just a full disclosure, I still have my Beachbody business. I still keep it active, and I'm still collecting an income from it. I haven't actually worked anything on the business side in over a year, and I am still bringing in paychecks every week higher than what my full-time job was paying me when I was working at Hackensack Hospital here in New Jersey as a financial analyst for clinical research. So that just goes to show you, and it only took me 18 months to build my business to a point where I was receiving almost $3,000 a week with my various business centers combined. So I could explain that to you also, because I want you to see the possibilities of what you can achieve and what you can have. So I signed up, right? Immediately afterwards, I signed up my mother as my first sponsored coach, okay? And I would tell you both to do the same thing. Your mother or your wife or your girlfriend or your fiance or your father. Somebody who you have that type of bond with, right? Where you can actually control that business center, because a little trick that I'm gonna tell you, and I know the policies and procedures in and out for the most part, is you as a Beachbody coach, as a business owner, are entitled to pay without breaking any rules for 2 other people's accounts. Now, the first thing you're gonna learn in rank advancement is your first rank advancement would be an emerald. So if you're allowed to pay for U+2, as long as it's within the same household, this is the U+2 rule, right? If you live at blah, 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 and your wife lives at blah, 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 or your girlfriend, same address, right? You're in the same household, same last name, you're allowed to pay for their Beachbody business fees of $15.95 a month, and for their product to keep that account active, which would require 50 PVs. So that could be a refresh kit, it could be anything you need every month. Maybe you can, like the way I did it was I was ordering my Shakeology through my business center, and then through the other business center that I had full control over. I was ordering protein because I used to get protein at GNC anyways. So why not get it at a discount yourself? Use that to meet the eligibility to keep your business center active, and at the same time, double dip and pay yourself back a commission for buying that, right? So at the end of the day, like, you want to do things strategically and smart for your best interest, right? You don't want to go give money somewhere else when you could be putting it into your own business and coming back to you. But what's the importance of having that second business center? I'm going to tell you why. Because as you build a team, right, you're going to have the very first spot at the top of your organization. Okay, so I'm going to pull this here out now. I'm going to start drawing on it. The camera setup here is weird, so the board's going to be. This is me. Okay, I'm going to put a J here. That's me. I have a J. First circle. You probably can't see the J, but first circle. Okay, so when I first started, this leg here, within a few days, I started to see people just popping up here, and I'm like, what the hell? I didn't sponsor any of these people. Who are these people, right? So imagine there's coaches above me, right? We all share a leg with somebody. That's called your power leg, your shared leg, your strong leg. They were placing people here. Now, while they're not my own personally sponsored coaches, they still give me something called personal volume, okay? So now, these were all discount coaches, let's say, right? But this one here is somebody who, let's fill it in, decided to actually be a Beachbody coach and build a business. They started sponsoring people. They started creating their own little team there. The weak leg, that would be her weak leg or his weak leg. So they would build that themselves. But now, if you think about it, this person plus me, plus whoever put them there above me, we're all now building this leg together. So you see how this leg is going to multiply much faster, right? Nobody is going to put a coach on the inside of this person's leg, because you always want to build on your two legs only and stay on the outsides, right? So this person now only has one person here, and this is probably just a discount customer, so they signed him up as a coach to get the discount. And then they signed up one more. So this leg is building slowly. While she put two there, the three of us combined put another 5 here. You know what I mean? So we're building this one together as a team. She's getting support in building this one, but she needs to build her other one. So she's doing that herself. Turns out a month in, she found somebody and signed someone up who actually wants to take the business to the next level and not just use it for a discount. That person there. Now, her and her are going to build this leg together. So now there's 2 people building that leg, right? So it's gonna start to go a little faster, right? So now it's bam, bam, bam between the both of them. Down here, they sign up another person who wants to actually build the business and do things, you know what I mean? Do amazing things. They've had great success with the products. So now there's 3 of them that are gonna build that leg together. By now on this side, there's probably about 15 people building together because it's just multiplying, right? So now here's my weak leg. We didn't touch that yet, right? So the very first spot on my weak leg was somebody that I had full control over, okay? A business center that I pay the fee for every month. It's not under my name, but I handle it, right? Now, my dad drinks Shakeology religiously. So I actually paid for it in the beginning to get him to try it out, and now he pays for it himself. And God forbid he doesn't get his Shakeology on time, he freak out, right? So I was gonna use a curse word there, but let me just keep it with no curse words for now. So my dad actually uses Shakeology each and every single day. He's about 62 years old. It actually helped him a lot with his blood pressure and cholesterol. He doesn't eat any differently. Well, he does eat a little better, a little healthier, but he doesn't follow any meal plans. I never got into that with him. He just did it himself, right? He's an old immigrant, old school person, stuck in his ways, but he was willing to try Shakeology, and he loved it. And it helped his blood pressure and his cholesterol, so he sticks with it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? So now, why is it important to have the very first spot on your weak leg? I'm gonna tell you why. Because this is like owning Boardwalk or Park Avenue when you're playing Monopoly, right? The very first spot at the top of the food chain. Because if you can visualize your business center a year from now, 2 years from now, what's gonna happen? I now have hundreds of people down on that side. I built this side myself. It started with only me, right? I didn't have anyone helping me build that side when I started. But because this one was being built by collaboratively with me and a bunch of people, it started to multiply and grow so fast, I didn't need to worry about building this side for volume. Because how we get paid out in commissions, in team bonuses rather I should say, is based on volume, right? So for every certain number of personal volume, you're gonna get a cycle bonus of $14, $16, or $18 depending on your rank. So now there's hundreds of people down below here, right? I'm just gonna, woo, so many people, lines everywhere, circles everywhere. It's a freaking circle and line party. There's just hundreds and hundreds of people down there creating volume. Now guess what? Not only am I benefiting from that volume, but so is this one here, right? So what I actually did is when I signed up, I would do the minimum. I did a lot of studying and research of how this all works. I never knew anything about network marketing beforehand. Not only am I getting money here, my primary business center is getting an income, but now I would meet my minimum every month here, Success Club 5. Right? So I would find 3 people to help that month, change their lives, put them through my challenge groups. Some of them would convert to coaches, put them through coach trainings, put them through the system, right? It's all a system. So this is very simple. There's systems already created that you can just follow. It's like plug and play. So the absolute minimum's here. If I found extra people, which I always would, you know what I mean? So I would then sign them up through this business center. I already hit Success Club here, so it wasn't that important to me anymore to get any more people there, right? What was important to me? Making a check on my second business center, which technically wasn't mine, under my parents, right? Or your wife, or your girlfriend. It actually was under the name of my ex at the time, but then when we broke up, I transferred it to my mother's name. So then I started to add any extra customers after I reached my minimum goal here that I gave myself. I added them into here. Why, George? Why would you do that? Why complicate things? Let me tell you why. Because now they're getting commissions here, right? I was already an Emerald because my best friend, I signed up here. He was a little bit heavy and he needed to lose a lot of weight. I helped him, so I signed him up here. So this made me become an Emerald. Signed up my best friend and my mother. So here, now she was generating checks, right? Because I was selling challenge packs through here. Any extras after Success Club 5 on my first, I was putting everybody else through that business center. Now here's the why. This one would get the commission check for the $50, $60, $70, $80, however much the commission for that challenge pack was. And at the same time, this one was getting a team cycle bonus, right? Because everything this person sold was also giving this one up here and $14, a $16, or an $18 bonus. In my scenario, it was 14 only for a little bit. I was only Emerald for about a month. Actually, no, I lied. It took me about a month to become an Emerald because I didn't know how it worked. But then it took me 3 months to become a Diamond, right? Total. So once I figured it out, it was quick for me to reach Diamond. It was that initial struggle of trying to figure out, what do I do? How do I do this? So I wasted a few months in the beginning. And I can teach you all those little things to save you time when you start your business. So now I'm getting a bonus here, so it's like I gave myself a raise, right? It's probably like a 20 or 30% increase, right? So literally just by thinking outside of the box, I gave myself a 20 to 30% bonus. I can't do the math in my head right now. If it's a $70 commission and you just gave yourself a $16 bonus, do the math. It's gotta be like between 20 and 30% if I was gonna guess. So I was like, all right, yeah, $50. Sorry, I got interrupted. I got a phone call. I should have put it on airplane mode. Now I got to join these videos up. Oh, damn it. So yeah, $50 commission for signing someone up here is awesome. But what's even more awesome is, since I already met my quota for this business center, a $50 commission on this check Plus, in addition to that, an extra $14 to $18 up here on that check. Now we're talking, okay? So that's why it's so important to have that first one, because then they're gonna benefit from everything below them, right? They're at the top, just like you are. So now, later on in your Beachbody career, when you achieve a 2-star diamond rank, which should be your goals, if you guys want to do this to build a solid income, you know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with having your full-time job and then having a side income that can give you 6 figures or more, right? Because why not? So when you get to a 2-star diamond Beachbody coach, you yourself are entitled to open a second business center, right? Under your own name. It's like, hey, congratulations. You know what you're doing. You've reached a certain rank. You're changing a lot of people's lives. You're making some money now. You now have the potential to open up a second business center under your name. I put that one on the weak side of this, right? So now when I met my minimum up here, I stopped selling the extras here and I started selling the extras here, right? What did I just do? Take a wild guess. I was making a $50 commission on this business, giving this one a $14 bonus, and giving that one an $18 bonus. $14 plus $18 is $32. I just gave myself a 40-something% increase on each sale for doing that. A Beachbody coach can have up to 25 business centers under their own name, right? Each time you hit 2-star diamond coach on a new business center, you can open up a new one. If you structure your organization a certain way, you can make a lot of money. So I then signed up my father. He was the one getting Shakeology under my mom's account, but now when I opened up the second one, I signed up my father under that one. So now I have 2 business centers under my name, my mother's and my father's, right? And I'll tell you what, I plan on opening up a third one myself by making my second one hit 2-star diamond coach, right? I plan on possibly opening a second one under my mom's name. I plan on having my girlfriend open up a coach account just to have down in that organization. Because you know why? If you think big, if you think outside of the box in the future, you're creating a legacy. If you take this serious enough and do it right, you can have a business center for you. You can have a business center for your kids when they become older, right? When your kids become 18, they can have their own, they can take over one of those business centers that you've built that by that time could be making $200,000 a year, $300,000 a year each, right? Because each business center can make up to $500-something thousand a year, right? So that's why it's important to have multiples. Someday, the payment structure might change. They might cap the bonuses that you can make and the weekly income, right? So if you're making $200,000 a year on one business center and they put a cap where you can't make more than $100,000 a year, I don't know why they would do that, but you never know. You know what I mean? Like, it's possible in this industry. But if you have 6 other business centers, guess what? You now haven't been screwed permanently forever, right? Because you can still make whatever the cap, let's just use a random number of $1,000 a week on each one of those business centers. So if you still had 6 combined altogether, by the time that happens, you can still now make $6,000 a week, and you're not jeopardizing your future, you're not jeopardizing your income, you're not jeopardizing anything, right? Where if you just had one, now you're screwed. If all of your eggs were in one basket, forget it. So you always want to take care and, use the system to the best of your ability, in your advantage. We're in this business to help people. We're in this business to change their lives, and believe me, I've changed a lot of people's lives. That's why I have been able to go over a year without actually doing anything with Team Beachbody and making a great income still, right? More than most people that I know who work a 9 to 5 and went to college. And why? Because I've changed enough people's lives where they're still building underneath me, and it's just going on and on and on. Granted, my income is not what it was when I was actually physically working and doing this and committing myself to it 200%, but that's time for me to change that now, right? Because I want this one to get back up to about $2,000 a week. I want this one to get up to about $1,000 a week, and I want this one to get up to about $1,000 a week, and the ones that I'm going to open up in the future, I want to get them all to about $1,000 a week, right? So the possibilities are endless. Now I'm going to explain to you where you should be placed, give you guys some ideas so you can decide, right? So that now you have a little bit of understanding of how this works. You can make a collaborative decision on where I can place you. This is me again, right? This, my left leg, is my strong leg. I'm just going to draw a line with lots of circles, okay? That's my strong leg. This is Team Eagle, right? Most of Team Eagle is based out of New York, but we're all over the country because the team is so big. There's like 8,000 or 9,000 people, if I'm not mistaken. My direct upline is a 15-star diamond coach, which is a superstar diamond coach, Saudi Almonte, and my personally sponsored coach, Mickey Fernandez, who's also like 12, 13, maybe by now 14-star diamond coach, right? So we have a serious team. We know what we're doing. This is Team Eagle. That's my strong leg. I can place you on this leg. This here is my weak leg. I'm just going to leave it as a black line, right? It still has a couple hundred people on it, but it wasn't like that. I had to get it to that level myself. And then here, bam, here. I'm going to draw that. That's my mom's. That's my second, okay? So I can place you here on this leg right here, the strong Team Eagle leg, right? And I can guarantee you that that leg is going to grow rapidly, grow beyond your control, beyond your reach, and give you tons of volume. You'll never be able to catch up or maximize on all that volume. So if I placed you here on this leg, at the bottom of this leg, right, in about a couple of months, you'll have a couple of thousand volume here already every week. Bam, there will be hundreds of people below you in a few months. You wouldn't have to worry about building the volume up on that leg as bad. You actually will never have to worry about building the volume up on that leg. You'll still need to put people there to meet your qualifications. Like for an emerald, you need 1 on each side, so you'd have to put 1 person on this side. For a diamond, you need 4 on each side, so you'd have to put 4 on this side. But life becomes a little bit easier for you. I was able to build over a 6-figure income in 18 months because of this leg, right? Now, the only caveat, right, to putting you on this leg, the only downfall, the only negative thing is I will never help you build your business on this side because it's already being built for you halfway, right? One leg is already being built for you. I never put any attention on this side because it's just so popping, it's so busy, it's so many thousand people, enrolling people, signing people up and selling challenge packs and changing people's lives and starting businesses. I never have to worry about focusing on this side. I put all of my attention on this side 100% of the time because this is where my money is, okay? So I can put you here, I can train you, I can coach you, I can give you all of the tools that you need to succeed, right? And that's it, just like I did, right? Because nobody was building my weak leg for me, I had to do that. Or I can put you, this is my inside leg, on my inside leg of my mother's business center, which is where my second business center is, right here. I can put you right down here, okay? Now if I put you here, if I sign you up right here, in that circle, I can promise you there's not gonna be any volume down there. And we're gonna have to build both sides. You're gonna have to build. But the good thing is, I'm actively working down here. So right here would be very minimal right now, but I'm actively building. And if you're actively building and I'm actively building, and so it would be me actively building, Eric actively building, and Greg actively building. We're starting off with 3 people to build a team together from scratch down here. This is Team New You. Right? This is my team, Team New You. Right? My second business center. I can give it a new name for the sake of just keeping teams, so you can kind of understand each leg could be technically a team. Team whatever, right? We can build that together. This is slower, right? This is going to be slower because you're going to be building both sides, but you can still make money. Some of the top coaches started with having to build both sides because you can build evenly, right? I have so much volume on this side that I'll never, ever, ever tap into all that extra volume. It's like money sitting that I could never touch, right? But if you're building equally, you're cashing out that volume every week, no matter what, right? Because you're always going to have full control over it. The good thing about this is if I'm as serious as I say I am, right, and my past can speak for that, I want to continue to build on my business centers, then in the future, if you think ahead a year or 2 years, I'm going to have multiple business centers down here again, right? At least another 2, and I'll keep building on those because I'll always be building down strategically in the same order, right? It's like building a foundation to a house. And you, depending on your goals, would have more than one business center. So we'll be building quickly. And within a matter of months, we'll find other people who want to build with us and join our team and help us build that leg. That's how I built this side, right? I have at least 3 superstars here that have just like taken off and are building their businesses. So that's what you have to think. I can place you here and it's up to you to make it work, right? Or I can place you here and it's up to us to make it work. So we can build together as a team of 3, or you guys can build together as a team of 2. Now, I could only place one of you. On this side, I can only place one. If you're gonna build together, here's the other downfall. If you choose to go with this route, okay, only one of you is going to get the immediate benefit of all this value. Because, say for example, I don't know who I'm signing up first and who's signing up under who. Let's say, Eric, if I chose to put you on this side, you said, George, I want to go on your strong leg. I'm capable of building this team. You give me all the tools that I need. You teach me the way that I need to be taught. I'll get it. I will understand. And I'm capable of building that team. Greg would have to go on your weak leg. So that puts one of you, or vice versa. If Greg goes here, Eric, you would have to be on the weak leg. That's the only way that would make more sense so that both of you can build together. Because, Greg, if you're here, you can't put Eric or vice versa on this same leg because it wouldn't benefit. Then each one of you has to build a leg individually, separately. You want to do it together as a team of 2. Okay, or a team of 3 on this side. So that's where the downfall is. One of you can get that power leg, or both of you can start from 0 together, right? And we can all build down here together. This one will allow you to make an extra couple $100, maybe even extra 1,000 or 2,000 this year, or like in the first year right away, right? Where this one, you'll get it more. The added benefit will be later on in the future, right? A year from now, 2 years from now, down the road, once we have a solid organization going on that side and you're cashing in on all of your volume points every week, right? So it depends on your scenario. Okay, it depends on how you want to do this. It depends on how much you believe in yourself. It depends on if you're ready to run with this or not. Okay, I tried explaining it to you here. You have the options. I normally never put anybody on this side because I only make money if I'm putting them on this side. If I put you on this side, you don't benefit me in any way when it comes to income. But that doesn't mean that I wouldn't help you. Right? I still want you to succeed. I still want to teach you. I still want to push you and motivate you and allow you and watch you succeed in this business, right? Because that makes me happy. When I see people getting successful, I'm motivated, right? Now, if I put you on this side, I'm gonna make money, right? The more money you make, the more money I'm gonna make. We'd be on the same team. So no matter what, whichever side you chose, you're still part of a bigger network, which is Team Eagle, which is a part of Team Beachbody. So you'd still get access to all of those tools as well. And it's just more a matter of, I'm more inclined to focus on here, right? Because this is what impacts my bottom line, right? This is my income. So this is where my loyalty and commitment goes 100% of the time. If you're the type of person like me, who always did my research, wanted to know how things work, always did my best at everything I did, right? I always gave everything 200%. You can succeed by yourself on this side, right? If you need that extra push, I'm gonna have to put you on my side. And we're gonna have to do this together and push each other and motivate each other and build each other up together as a team. So that's just a little bit of how this works. I know this was a long, drawn out video. I'm sorry, you haven't even signed up yet and I'm already committing all this time to you. That's because this is what I love to do. I love to teach people how this process works, because once you get this, then everything else, forget it. You just have to find people, right? At least hit Success Club 5 every month, right? You're committing to finding at least 3 people every month to help. Now, this aside, this is a very female-dominated business, right? Network marketing, especially in fitness, health and fitness, is mostly women who succeed in this business, right? But now I'm going to show you the other side of things. Smart men will always succeed in this business because we can be leaders, okay? We can see that this is a woman-dominated industry, and we take that and use it to our advantage. You can sit there, and I've seen guys come and go and not succeed and try so hard and never get it because they're trying way too hard. They're being stubborn and they're stuck in their men ways and mindset and mentality. You just have to open up your thought process a little bit and say to yourself, all right, this is a female-dominated business. How can I succeed in it? Number one, you have to be understanding and you have to be open and you have to be able to listen. Okay, this is where most men struggle, listening. Number two, you have to understand the woman is going to do better than you. The woman is going to have better numbers than you. The woman is going to make more sales than you. The woman is going to have more fun challenge groups than you will, right? You just have to accept that, right? They got you. They got us beat. The women rule the world. It's that simple, okay? So knowing that, with that being said, that gives us an advantage, right? So instead of saying, I'm gonna try to beat the women, guess what? I'm gonna learn how all of this works, right? And I am going to teach the women. You see what I did there? If I was going to compete and beat other women in this industry, I'd have a very hard time because I can't beat them, right? So when you can't beat them, what do? You join them, right? Now, I'm gonna learn all the things that these women need to know to succeed. I'm gonna show them how to make even more money than they were going to know by themselves, right? I'm gonna put fat paychecks in these women's pockets so that their husbands, their boyfriends, their fiancés, their spouses can say, holy crap, you do whatever you gotta do with that Team Beachbody because it's paying a lot of the bills. So my focus was, I'm gonna find the best women out there. I'm going to give them transformations. I'm going to teach them how to become the best coaches they could ever possibly be. I'll tell you one thing, all the women in my downline are 10 times better than I ever will be, okay? So if you roll with that, by helping someone else be better than you, you will make more money. Be a leader. Be a leader, be a teacher, be an influencer. Don't be stubborn. You don't want to be better. You don't want to be the best. You don't have to be, no, that's not, you have to think outside of the box and forget that you're a man and let go of those thoughts and way of thinking where we have to be better, we have to do things, we know better, we can. We're not, and we can't. And the faster you accept that, the better your life will become. Not only in Team Beachbody, but just in general. And I think you guys wouldn't have a problem with that. I haven't met you, but I've met Greg, and Greg is awesome, and I can tell right away, you know what I mean? Like, he's not one of those personalities that is just like an arrogant, stubborn. So I think you guys understand, and I think you guys can succeed in this. Just go into it immediately from the beginning with the right mindset, the right time, you know, give yourself the right expectations of what this can achieve. You're not going to become a millionaire and successful overnight. It took me 18 months to build a six-figure income. I was seeing about $1,000 a week checks by month 12. Your success can be different. I've seen people do it much faster than me, and I've seen people do it much slower than me. So I know people that have been in this industry for at least 2 years before me, and I quickly succeeded and started making more money than almost everyone on that team, right? What happened was I joined. I didn't even join with somebody I knew. I joined online, so I got assigned a coach. Luckily, she's from New York, so it's not so far. And I found out who the key players were on the team, and I immediately started plugging myself in and associating with them. I wanted to ask them the questions. I wanted to learn everything from them, and they did. They saw that. They saw that eagerness, and they ran with it, and they gave me everything that I wanted to know. They told me everything. They like took me in, and I'm going to do the same for you, and they're going to do the same for you, right? Because we're all on the same team. So I hope I kind of covered everything. Ask me any questions you guys have. These two videos are going to be really long, so I hope you have about, well, by now you're almost done watching it, so I'm thinking in my head right now before you watch it, but you won't hear this until the end of the video, so whether you have time or not, it's too late. You've already watched it, so good for you. High five. But yeah, guys, it's a lot of fun. This business can change your life in so many ways. I do suggest that you do things the right way from yourself, because you're gonna have to make your customers and challengers go through this process. So maybe you should put yourself through the process if you haven't already. Do a Beachbody program from beginning to end. Follow it to a T, because everybody can get some kind of a transformation or a story. Greg, you're a pretty big dude and you're buff and you're in shape. You don't really need much of a transformation, but I guarantee you, even you yourself will blow your mind if you commit to one of these programs from start to end, and you do everything the right way, and you take before and after pictures. You'll be like, holy crap, I didn't even know that I could look like this, because I was already a shredded beast. So imagine, there's different programs that give everyone different outcomes and results. There's performance, sports performance programs, athletes, there's strength, there's lifting, to build, put on mass, size. There's just something for everyone. And then of course there's the business side of this. So when you're sitting here a year from now, and you have a team underneath you, and you're quickly teaching them everything that you take in. Another thing too is, don't be that type of personality that needs to know everything before you pass it on. Just trust, learn, teach, right? Take information, learn it, apply it, teach it right away, right? You don't have to perfect things. Learn as you go. You're gonna make a ton of mistakes. In any business, you're gonna learn from your mistakes, right? And the faster you make those mistakes, the faster you'll learn, the faster you'll get over those hurdles, the more confident you'll become. The people that I've seen fail are the ones that think they need to do everything perfectly before they show someone else, right? No, you got questions? Here, this is how I think it's done. Let me three-way message my sponsor. Boom, let's get it going. We're gonna start. I don't know how to do this, but we're gonna figure it out together, right? Because we will. At the end of the day, we will. That's it. I'm gonna stop boring you guys. Ask me whatever questions you guys have about the strong leg, weak leg thing. I have a part-time job and for benefits, right? Because benefits are pretty expensive. So if I can make a few bucks while saving a lot of bucks, of course, I'm gonna do that. That's the business mindset. And today I'm working for a couple hours, so I'll still respond, you know what I mean? Because my job isn't that important. It's not that much of a priority. It also allows me to network, so it's a way for me to meet other people. And a little something else to know, I'm also starting a real estate business with my girlfriend Paula. That's gonna be another way to meet more people. And when I'm doing all these things, right, when I say part-time job here, building another business here, all of those people that I meet, guess what? I'm gonna try to reel them in to the Team Beachbody side of things, because why not, right? We offer something for everyone, and this is gonna be an income for the rest of my life, Team Beachbody. So every way that I can meet new people, every association I could join, every organization I could join, every hobby that I can pick up, anything that's gonna allow me to become better, to learn new things, to have more fun, and to meet new people that I can present this opportunity to, I'm all about it. You know, I have so many ideas running through my head, and even just making this video today has got me pumped up. You know, my creative juices are flowing. I'm excited to get this going again. And I'm excited to introduce you guys to my team, and to help you build your teams, right? Because I'm all about not taking credit as a leader. It's not about my team, it's about my teams, right? I'm gonna show you one thing before we wrap this up. This here, right? So what that says, it's my name, 5-star diamond coach, Team New You Superstars. So when I had this made, this was like envisioning the future myself. Each one of these diamonds represents a very strong, independent, entrepreneur-minded woman on my team. This one, her name, well, I don't need to go. I'm not going to waste more time. These are my top 5 coaches, right? And this is envisioning them as diamond coaches. This was before they ever became diamond coaches. And letting them know this is where I see myself and my team, right? My team, my 5-star Team New You team is not mine, right? It's consists of 5 awesome women who empower other people and change their lives and built their own teams, right? This is what they changed their name, Team Benefit, okay? This was Team Fit Wonderland. This was Team Brazil, right? So it just goes on. Like, them building their own teams made me a proud papa, right? It made me want to get this before it even happened. This was me predicting the future. And that's how it should be, right? So I would have more stars on here for all my future leaders, right? Because I want them to have the best teams. I want them to be known. I want people to want to join your team, right? Because at the end of the day, that would benefit me in another way, in a different way, right? And it would make me feel accomplished, because when I'm feeling like I'm giving you something and helping you change something in your life, I feel accomplished. If you're hitting your goals, I feel accomplished. That means it makes me feel good. I like to teach, so it makes me feel good. Good luck, you guys. Let me know if you have any questions at all. Shoot me a text. We have that group chat going now. The first steps would be to figure out who's signing up first, who's signing up under who. And again, remember all those little tips that I told you. Figure out what you want out of Team Beachbody, and then I'll show you how to get there. And don't sell yourself short. I'm stuttering, I haven't had my coffee yet. And set your goals high, and let's freaking crush them. Let's fucking kill it, because we can, because you can. So we're gonna do this, all right? So sorry I bored you for over a half hour. This one's a half hour. I don't even know how long the first one was. I gotta combine them and upload them. And I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Peace out. George, checking out. Boom. That's my Insanity shirt. I lost 75 pounds.